All right, buckle up because we're diving deep into some serious Champions League drama today.
Ooh, yeah.
You wanted the inside scoop on Celtic's clash with Bayern Munich, and let me tell you, based on what you sent, get ready for a roller coaster of emotions.
Sounds intense.
It is. We're talking about Celtic on their home turf, going toe-to-toe with one of Europe's absolute best, coming so close, but ultimately, well, let's just say this one's going to sting a bit.
Oof. Yeah, those matches are always tough, especially when you look back and see those missed chances, like what could have been.
Oh, absolutely. That's where we're going to start, actually, right at the heart of those agonizing what-ifs.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So picture this, right? It's the first half, the atmosphere is electric, Celtic are playing with this incredible intensity, and then bam, 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 3 golden opportunities come their way, all within like, what was it, 2 minutes?
Yeah, you're right. It was this crazy 3-minute spell. Absolutely could have changed the entire course of the match.
Oh, totally. First, you've got Kühn, almost sneaks one in, right? So close.
Heart in your mouth moment.
Then he whips in this perfect cross. Maeda's there, but just can't quite connect. So frustrating. And if that wasn't enough, they then have this incredible 3-on-2 situation, like a textbook counterattack, and they can't capitalize. I mean, come on.
Brutal. Honestly, looking back at the reports, you can really see how those missed chances came back to haunt them later. The margins at this level, they're just razor thin. 1 goal, that's all it takes.
So true. And, it's funny because even though Bayern didn't exactly light it up that night, right?
Right.
They still had their moments, those flashes of brilliance that remind you why they're, well, Bayern.
Exactly. They might not have been at their best, but they were still dangerous. You can't ever switch off against a team like that. Even a half chance for them can be lethal.
Totally agree. Like that early cross from Elise, for example. The Celtic dealt with it well, but it was a warning shot, right?
Definitely. A reminder of what they were capable of.
And then right before halftime, Kane, bam, hits the crossbar. I bet that sent chills down your spine.
Absolutely. Those moments where you just hold your breath and pray it stays out. It's the little things, the fine margins, the inches that separate a goal from a near miss.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And speaking of those fine margins, and maybe a turning point in the match, Kane comes off at halftime, and right away, boom, Bayern create this golden opportunity.
Yes.
And who's there to deny them? None other than Schmeichel with an absolute worldie of a save.
Schmeichel was immense that night. That save in particular, just incredible. Talk about reading the game, anticipation, agility, everything. It was textbook goalkeeping under immense pressure. You just knew at that moment it was going to be one of those special performances.
Absolutely. And then comes the moment that sent the Celtic faithful into raptures, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bayern's defense, just for a second, they switch off and Kühn, boom, punishes them. Levels the tie on aggregate. I mean, the stadium must have erupted.
It was pure elation for Celtic and utter disbelief for Bayern. It's amazing how quickly momentum can shift in football. 1 minute you're in control and the next you're chasing the game.
It's true. And after that goal, Celtic, man, they were like a team possessed, pushing forward, creating chances, and you know who was there to keep those Bayern hopes alive?
Schmeichel again?
Schmeichel, yes. Goretzka, Kimmich, they threw everything at him. He was incredible, like an impenetrable wall. Honestly, some of the saves he made were just out of this world.
He was on fire that night. That Kimmich save in particular was just phenomenal. A rocket of a shot destined for the bottom corner, and he gets a strong hand to it. Honestly, world-class goalkeeping can be so inspiring for your team and so demoralizing for the opposition. You could almost feel the wind go out of Bayern's sails after each save.
And then, in the dying embers of the game, 94th minute, Celtic have defended resolutely. It looks like they've done enough to take it to extra time. And then, heartbreak.
Oh, man, I know where you're going with this.
Davies, right place, right time, pounces on a rebound after yet another Schmeichel save and scores. Agony for Celtic, ecstasy for Bayern. Football, eh? So cool sometimes.
It was a real gut punch, wasn't it? It's those late goals. They're the ones that really sting. But, even though the result didn't go their way, I think Celtic proved something that night. They showed they can compete at the highest level.
Yeah.
I mean, they were organized, they were brave, they created chances against one of the best teams in Europe. And honestly, on another night, maybe those early chances go in and who knows what happens then.
Exactly. It just shows how fine the margins are in football, right? But while this loss will sting, they showed they belong on this stage. And that's something for Celtic fans to hold on to.
Totally. A performance full of heart and a sign of their growing strength on the European stage.
Absolutely. They pushed Bayern to the limit, and who knows what the future holds. That's what makes football so captivating, right? The unpredictability, the drama, the what-ifs.
You said it. So much can change in a moment, and that's what keeps us coming back for more.
And that's a wrap for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening.
Until next time.